Yeah. Okay, good. Post it to Twitter and starting. Hi, good evening again, guys. Still at uh, Eileen House, self organized London. We're actually inside now, which is actually a lot warmer. Damn. Outside is just it's just because of the buildings, it just became a wind tunnel. But anyway, here we're just with one of the guys who are inside the building at the moment. Uh, we're not gonna name names. He's well, he will remain anonymous. So I just wanted to actually, we had a conversation about what's happening with the NHS, the fact that four A&Es are being closed. A number of maternity wards the same. Charing Cross Hospital will be closed, demolished. It's the from what I don't know if it's actually hyperbole, if it's if the NHS, if this is actually the biggest change in the NHS for forever really since its inception. But also the case is the next day, most of the newspapers had, what was it? Oh, yes, Kate. And whether she was a plastic princess or she was insulted or whatever it was. Nothing to do about the NHS, which is really a sad situation. Even the papers that were supposed to be left leaning. Anyway, what do you think about what's happening with the NHS at the moment?
About hospital closures, I actually think sometimes they are justifiable
Mm-hmm.
if there's a clinical reasoning for it. I mean,
Okay.
if someone's having a stroke, I'd prefer that they travel 10 minutes to go to a specialist stroke unit than
Yeah.
travel
Understandable, yes.
less time to get somewhere where the staff have less expertise. The problem is that with a lot of these closures, the actual clinical rationale hasn't been released and they aren't letting the local residents that will be affected by it
Okay.
have a clear picture. And to be honest, that's emblematic of all the changes they're making to the NHS. They're making these huge reforms that they aren't providing a clinical justification for.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do, it's wrapped up in a huge 400-page book of legalese that no one can be fucked to read.
For the PIs.
Because we're busy, we all work these days, ridiculous numbers of hours.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the big problem is that there's a perception among a lot of people that the changes to the NHS being made are based primarily on being able to extract profit from it.
Yeah.
And almost every single change the government has made actually makes sense if you see it from that rationale.
Okay.
The rationale the government has made that it will provide greater efficiency of services, that it will provide a greater clinical outcomes to patients, it is often not supported by the evidence that is currently out there.
Uh-huh.
And the rationale they give, they choose not to release.
Okay.
So it's fairly understandable for people to get right up in arms because the NHS is fucking magnificent and
Mm-hmm.
nothing should stop it.
Yes.
That said, hospital closures specifically are something that I'm not inherently against.
Okay. Yeah, understandable. I mean, if it to make it more efficient, or not exactly the right word, I suppose, but if it helps more people, it's great.
Efficient is the right word. Like the NHS is the sixth most cost-effective organisation in the world, I think, in terms of patient outcomes. I think that was the World Health Report
Okay, that's great.
most recently. But
What would you like to add?
Um, I
We're
don't,
not.
I don't think I have anything more insightful than what Tim's just said. So.
Okay.
Other than that guy's just there.
dude, I'm begging you to just cut that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I will do so. I shall speak to you later on.